Hello, you guys. My name is Dr. Shera L, and today I want to be talking about good girls beware of the vultures in church. There's a lot of them in church from the pulpit on down to the pastor. Okay, um, I was the good girl that was uh, being preyed upon from the vultures in church. So I'm telling you to beware. Okay, be very careful, mainly when going to a new church. You can get caught up easily in flattery. These pastors using flattery, and not all of the pastors, but some of them do this. They try to use charm, flattery, manipulation, and all kind of stuff. And if you're not careful, you can get caught up in some things. So this is so important. You might not even realize that the pastor or someone in church might be trying to create an ungodly soul tie with you. That's why you have to be very careful, okay? So when it comes time for me to do a video, I have to do a lot of clipping and tweaking and all kind of stuff because I get a lot of distractions and it'll throw my whole flow off of something that I'm trying to talk about. It's very important. But it's a lot of flattery that goes on in church, and yeah, most of you may not know, but I have a ministry that's called Open Heaven Ministries International. I started my ministry a few years ago. I dealt with so much stuff, from the flattery to the being compared to, and people being jealous of me in church, and the girls, the pastor comparing me to girls, the girls being jealous. I dealt with a lot of stuff. Now I have my own ministry. I ain't got to deal with none of that stuff. Dealing with the stuff that go on in church. It's a lot of stuff that go on in church. But the flattery, the manipulation, the flirtation, the pastor flirting with the members and doing certain things, and the pastor's trying to have a little pick their favorites and all that stuff, and that's not what church is for. That stuff don't need to be going on in church. We need some holiness up in church. That's what we need. Holiness up in church. The Bible say, "Be ye holy, for I am holy." That's what God says. Be ye holy, for I am holy. Not be ye perverted, because I am perverted. Don't flirt and pervert the church. That's not what church is for. It's not for perverting things. That's not what it's for. God is holy. God is holy. So that's how church should be. Holy. Do everything out of love and out of holiness. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Holiness. Holiness is always the way. Holiness. Yes. So I didn't want to do too much of a longer video. I just wanted to tell you good girls to go to church, to be very aware of the vultures that's in church, the manipulators, the people that's trying to prey off the good girls in church. And if you're not careful, some of them, from the pulpit on down to the members, will try to jack you up, or try to mess you up, I'm telling you, I dealt with some stuff up in church. That's why I'm talking about this stuff. Some people don't be talking about this stuff. Some people don't say anything about the stuff. I'm talking about this stuff because people need to talk about it. Because certain stuff is not being talked about in church. So that's why I'm talking about this stuff. It's important. This stuff gotta stop in church. This stuff is supposed to be holy. I fear God too much. And I have a ministry now. I fear God too much to sit here and play with members. I fear God too much for that. I'm not about to do that. I fear God too much. To sit here and play with God's people. I would never ever do that. I fear God too much. And that's important. It's very important. It's very important. Having a ministry is a big responsibility. And no one should ever take it for granted. Never take it for granted. Never. Not take their position for granted. Like, because, okay, I have a church and I'm going to take advantage of members or take advantage of certain things because I have a ministry. No. We're doing everything with the right heart. We're doing everything with the right spirit. We're doing everything holiness. That's how we're doing everything. With the right heart, the right spirit, and holy. Because God is holy. And doing everything out of love because God is love. So we're doing everything out of holiness, out of love, and with the right spirit. That's all I want to talk. That's all I want to say. Just wanted to get on here and say something real short about some stuff that I didn't complete in my other video that I did about soul ties. Yeah, this is very important, y'all, that y'all be very careful about the vultures that go on up in church. Vultures. This vulture stuff is real. I'm telling you. Shouldn't be no vultures going on up in no church. Shouldn't be nobody, no pastors trying to pray off of nobody. Trying to pray off members and stuff. Mainly off their anointing. Oh, that happens too. That's another topic. Pastors praying off of members' anointing. And off their gifts and talents. I'm not even going to talk about that one. That's a whole nother level. That's a whole nother topic right there. I'm just talking about good girls beware. Because if you're not careful, you can end up having an ungodly soul tie from being hurt, being in pain with someone in ministry. And it's not good. That's not good. We have to be very careful on who we let in our circle. We have to be very careful who we let in our circle. Careful who you let in your space. Be very careful who you let in your circle, and be very careful who you let in your space. Be careful. Be careful. No more vultures in the church. We don't need no vultures. We need good hearts. We need good people. You know what? I'm so glad I said that. That's another thing I wanted to say about this whole thing here. I'm glad I just thought about that. Even some pastors make people don't even want to go to church. Make people hate church. You in there faithfully. You sowing your seeds, paying your tithes, and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, you getting tampered with spiritually, stuff happening to you, all kind of stuff. You don't know what the heck going on. And then all of a sudden, you don't want to go to church and stuff. I know, because I know people that came up to me and told me these things. Told me how bad they was hurt from church. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I did this video. Good girls, beware. Because a lot of church girls told me some things. And this stuff is so real. I'm not even going to say all of the stuff that have happened to some of the women that I came across. And some of the stuff that they've done. From being church hurt. From vultures in the church. I'm not even going to talk about it. There's a lot of stuff that was done. But this stuff, I'm going to talk about this stuff because I'm a woman. And I have a heart and I care for my people. And I'm going to talk about this stuff. You got to be careful. Be very careful. Ain't no way you go into a church and when you leave church, you hating church all of a sudden now. And then end up going into the world. No. Our job is to win souls if we have a ministry. We're supposed to win souls, not lose souls. A smart person wins souls, and the foolish person loses them. That's in the Bible. A smart person will win souls, but if you lose in souls, that's foolishness. It's foolishness, losing souls. It's too much worldliness already around us every day. It's already enough worldliness around us already. We don't need it. We don't need nonsense when we come to church. We deal with enough stress outside of the church walls. We don't need it when we get inside of the church walls. We want to have our eyes focused on God. That's all I wanted to talk about. That's it. So I thank y'all for coming on my channel. I bless you. I thank you. Like, subscribe. Thank you.